Presented by Listen Headlines, latest world news from trusted sources. Updating daily at 6 a.m. New York.
Washington Post World.
May 7, 5:18 America, New York. Arab League poised to vote on restoring Syria membership. Foreign ministers from Arab League member states in Cairo are poised to vote on restoring Syria's membership to the organization after it was suspended over a decade ago.
New York Times World News.
May 7, 5 o'clock America, New York. Ukrainians return home, renewed and resigned. More than 5.5 million people who left after the war began in February 2022 have gone back home, and not just to large cities like Kyiv or Dnipro, but to small places near the front line, as well. Passengers on a train from Lviv and Kyiv arrive in town of Pokrovsk in the eastern Donetsk region, last week.
New York Times World News.
May 7, 5 o'clock America, New York. At Charles's coronation, everything old was new again. The king promised a thoroughly 21st-century ceremony, but when push came to shove, he took his place on a 13th-century throne. King Charles arrived at Westminster Abbey from Buckingham Palace via horse-drawn coach.
Wall Street Journal World News.
May 7, 5 o'clock America, New York. Happenings for the week of May 7. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Star Charlie Day makes his directorial debut. Michael J. Fox tells his story. Architect Norman Foster gets a career-spanning retrospective in Paris. The spring art fair season begins in New York and more.
BBC News World. May 7, 5 o'clock America, New York. Zakhar Prilipin, Russian pro-war writer hit by car bomb out of coma. Investigators claim a man, who allegedly detonated the bomb remotely, was working for Ukraine.
Washington Post World.
May 7, 3:32 America, New York. Israel releases lawmaker said to have smuggled guns. Israel's Shin Bet security agency says Israeli authorities have released a Jordanian lawmaker to his home country after he allegedly tried smuggling dozens of rifles and handguns through an Israeli-controlled border crossing.
Washington Post World.
May 7, 3:31 America, New York. 12 killed in multi-vehicle crash in Turkey's Hatay province. Turkish officials say that 12 people have been killed and 31 others injured in a multi-vehicle crash in southern Turkey's Hatay province.
New York Times World News.
May 7, 3 o'clock America, New York. The two Israels. Court crisis is frontline for dueling visions of a nation's future. For many Israelis, their country's future rests on the fate of a government plan to overhaul the courts. In a remote part of northeastern Israel, ethnic and religious differences among Jews show why the issue has become so important. Religious and secular people last month at the Amal River.
Mirror World News.
May 7, 2:45 America, New York. Brit dies and wife rushed to hospital after carbon monoxide leak in Majorca home. The couple were found lying on their bed with a strong smell of gas coming the property when police responded to an emergency call around 3 p.m. yesterday afternoon.
BBC News World.
May 7, 1:42 America, New York. Watch the king's coronation side by side with his mother's. Watch to see what's changed since 1953 and what's stayed the same.
https://globalnews.ca/feed/.
May 7, 013 America, New York. Armstrong Tulip Festival returns with more flowers than ever. We planted just over 500,000 tulips this year. Tulip.
BBC News World.
May 6, 23:34 America, New York. Texas shooting. People flee as gunshots are heard at mall. A gunman opened fire at a shopping mall in Allen, Texas, killing 8 people.
World News. Breaking international news and headlines. Sky News.
May 6, 2216 America, New York. 9 dead including suspect after shooting at U.S. shopping mall. A gunman has shot and killed 8 people and wounded at least 7 others at a busy shopping mall in Texas, police have said.
Wall Street Journal World News.
May 6, 2105 America, New York. More. The houses must be white. There are even specific rules about the dinnerware. Everybody still wants in.
Fox World News.
May 6, 1935 America, New York. Dozens arrested in anti-monarchy protests during Charles III coronation. Not my king. London police arrested 52 people, including protesters Saturday, on Coronation Day when King Charles III was officially crowned as the monarch.
Wall Street Journal World News.
May 6, 1920 America, New York. Mage wins the Kentucky Derby amid string of horse deaths at Churchill Downs. The 15-1 winner overtook two fills in the middle of the stretch in a year when the circumstances surrounding the race loomed over the biggest day in U.S. racing.